Hey friends, so today we will discuss important question from the biomolecule chapter of biology. We will try to cover each and every question that is expected. So let us start. Question number one is substances forming 80% of the cytoplasm in plant cell is. किसी भी प्लांट सेल के साइटोप्लाज्म का 80% कौन बनाता है? वाटर. मोस्ट ऑफ द वाटर फाउंड इन द यंग सेल अकर इन. किसी भी यंग सेल के अंदर वाटर जो होता है वो ज़्यादातर किसके अंदर होता है? साइटोप्लाज्म के. द simplest amino acid is glycine. Option number is the right answer and this is important one. Glycine का स्ट्रक्चर अगर हम देखें, so it contain one carboxylic acid, one amine group NH2 and two hydrogen. So this is glycine. Next one is a nucleotide is formed of, so it contain nitrogen base, sugar and phosphate. If we remove phosphate, then the nitrogen base and sugar make nucleoside. If we combine nucleotide to these two, then it turns into a nucleotide. Next one is in RNA, thymine is replaced by, so we know that thymine is replaced by uracil in case of RNA. DNA consists of adenine, guanine and cytosine and thymine, and RNA it consists of adenine, guanine, cytosine and uracil. Uracil is present in case of RNA instead of thymine. Next, glucose is stored as glycogen in. So ग्लूकोज ग्लाइकोजन की फॉर्म में कहाँ स्टोर होता है? आपका लीवर के अंदर. इंपॉर्टेंट वन. width or distance between two strand of DNA. So we know that this is DNA. It has two anti-parallel strand. That means they are parallel but in opposite direction. So the distance between these two strands is 20 angstrom. So option number B is the right answer. Next, RNA does not possess. So RNA में thymine absent होता है. It consists of uracil in place of thymine. Cellulose is hexogen polysaccharide. So it is made up of glucose, which is a aldohexose sugar, and it is made up of many glucose monomer units which combine together to form a large chain which is called cellulose, and this is a polysaccharide. Next one, purine bases of DNA. So purine bases of DNA are adenine and guanine. Pyrimidine bases of DNA are cytosine and thymine. Okay. Next is diameter of DNA is, according to the X-ray diffraction studies, shows diameter to be, so it is 20 angstrom between the two DNA strand. Next one is a storage protein is, so out of given option it is globulin or glutenin. It is the storage protein. Inulin occurs in the root of, it is also important, so it is present in the dahlia. Bond present between two nucleotide of a polynucleotide is, so it is phosphodiester bond which is found in DNA and RNA. So it is formed between two nucleotide of a polynucleotide chain. Next question, in AGCT, that is adenine, guanine, cytosine and thymine of DNA, the hydrogen bonds and base pairs occurs between. So we know that adenine always bind with thymine in case of DNA, whereas having A with T having two hydrogen bond, whereas C bind with G, cytosine bind with guanine with three hydrogen bond. So A adenine always bind with thymine with two hydrogen bond, whereas cytosine bind with guanine with three hydrogen bond. Next one, enzymes are basically made up of, so we know that enzymes are made up of proteins. Combination of apoenzyme and coenzyme produces, it produces holoenzyme. Option number B is the right answer. Next is enzyme having slightly different molecular structure but performing identical activity. They are known as isoenzymes, which perform iso means same activity. Which one is not a trait of enzyme? So enzymes, they are proteinaceous in nature, they are specific nature, they speed up the rate of any biochemical reaction, but they are not used in the reaction. So option number D is the right answer. This is a property based question from the enzymes. Next, enzyme complex involved in alcoholic fermentation. So this is also important question. All are important, but some are more expected questions. So it is zymase. Next, which one is not essential amino acid? So we know that in human being there are 8 essential amino acid and 1 semi-essential. Sort of the given option, alanine, it is not a essential amino acid. Next one, a nucleotide is, so it is a nitrogen base plus sugar plus phosphate. It is called nucleotide. A combination of a base, sugar and phosphate is called nucleotide. If we consider the combination of base and sugar, then it is nucleoside. Next one, a nucleoside is formed, so it is the next question. It formed from the sugar and base. So it is nitrogen base and pentose sugar. Next, most abundant component of the cell is, so cell का सबसे abundant component कौन सा होता है? It is water. Next one, glucose is, so glucose is a aldose hexose sugar, मतलब it consists of aldehyde group. Next thing, at first carbon, and next it consists of 6 carbon, so it is a hexose sugar and contain aldehydic group, whereas in case of fructose there is a ketonic group. Next, which is not a lipid? So out of the given option, option number C, that is glycerol and maltose, it is, this pair is not a lipid. A nucleoside differ from the nucleotide in not having, so as we discussed earlier, a nucleoside do not have phosphate group. It consists only sugar and the nitrogen base. So it is option number C. Next, nucleic acids are made up of, so they are made up of nucleotides. What are nucleic acids? They are the DNA and RNA which are made up of nucleotides. Feedback inhibition of enzyme is influenced by, so feedback inhibition is related to the end product of a reaction. Next one, enzymes are polymer of, so we know that enzymes are made up of proteins and proteins are the polymers of the amino acid. So sometime in these type of questions are very tricky in exam, we get confused there. So enzymes, they are made up of protein and protein, they are the polymers of the amino acids. Next, coenzyme is, it is often a vitamin. Next, which one value is required for enzyme action? So it is low Ki value. Option number C is the right answer. Ribosome is, so this is very important question. Ribosome, it is an RNA with enzyme activity. Option number A is the right answer. RNA जब enzyme activity के साथ होता है तो उसको हम बोलेंगे ribozymes. Next, which is true about enzyme? So all enzymes are protein. All enzymes are protein, but all proteins are not enzyme. Okay, all enzymes are proteins. Key and lock hypothesis of enzyme action was given by, it is lock and key hypothesis of enzyme action was given by Fischer. Option number is the right answer. Vitamin B2 is component of coenzyme, so it is option number D. According to the book, it is given option number D. Next, Km value of enzyme is substrate concentration of, so it is half Vmax. Option number C is the right answer. Enzyme amylase belong to, so it belong to hydrolysis. They are the classes or classification of enzyme, out of which the amylase belong to hydrolases. Which enzyme is concerned with the transfer of electron? So it is dehydrogenase. Option number C is the right answer. Next, cholera patients are provided with saline drips as sodium is required for water retention in the body and selective transport across the plasma membrane. Most common monosaccharide found in nucleus are, so they are pentoses. As we know that ribose and deoxyribose. These are pentose sugars which are found in the nucleic acids. So option number C. Lactose is made up of, so it is made up of glucose and galactose. So it is a oligosaccharide, the sugar which is formed by combination of the two monosaccharide. Nitrogen is component of the protein. Option number is the right answer. Carbohydrates used in translation in angiosperm is, so it is sucrose. Very different, unique question. The carbohydrate used in translation in angiosperms, so it is sucrose. Which of the following pair is monosaccharide? So glucose and fructose. In second, sucrose is a disaccharide, or third case and fourth both contain disaccharides. Next, which consist of essential amino acid? So it is option number B, lysine and phenylalanine. It is the right answer. Which of the following lipid is essential part of the good diet? So it is linoleic acid, which is I think also called as omega 6 fatty acid. So which is essential part of good diet. Next one, which is not a nucleotide component? So adenine, guanine, thymine, except the lysine. Option number C is the right answer. Nickel is component of urease. Nickel is a component of urease out of the given options. Energy currency of cell, very common basic question, that is ATP, adenosine triphosphate. Content of unsaturated fatty acid, linolenic acid, is highest in the sunflower. Very important question. Linolenic acid is mostly found in the sunflower oil. Arachidonic acid is, so it is a polyunsaturated fatty acid. Number of essential amino acid in human, so they are 8 essential amino acid. Which one is polymerized to yield proteins? So we know that amino acid they are polymerized to yield proteins. Cellulose is made up of, so it consists of unbranched chain of glucose. Cellulose is made up of glucose, which is linked by 1,4 glycosidic linkage. Because it consists no branches, it is unbranched. In case of any molecule having branching, it is 1,6 glycosidic linkage, but in case it is 1,4 glycosidic linkage. Enormous diversity of protein molecule is due to, so protein molecule की बहुत ज़्यादा diversity पाई जाती है. It is due to the sequence of amino acid. Next, DNA differ from RNA in having, so DNA consists of thymine but no uracil. So it is option number B. Which one is correct base pairing for DNA molecule? So adenine always bound with thymine in case of DNA, whereas the cytosine bind to guanine. So option number C is the right answer. RNA contains, it consists of the ribose sugar. Distance between two successive nitrogen base or base pair of DNAs, so it is 3.4 angstrom. So if it is adenine which is bonded to thymine and guanine with the cytosine, so this distance of one base pair, or we can consider this one, it is 3.4 angstrom. This is the distance between the two successive nitrogenous base pairs of the DNA. Next, which of the following is a purine? So it is guanine. cytosine, thymine and uracil, or are pyrimidine? Guanine. Option number B is the right answer. Next one, the stored food material found in the muscle is, so it is glycogen. Next is nucleotide constituent of RNA. So RNA consists of adenine, guanine, cytosine and uracil. So option number A is the right answer. Base pairs present in one turn of DNA. So if we draw DNA, this is called one turn of DNA from this to this space, one helix, one spiral or one turn of DNA. It consists of 10 base pairs. So it consists of 10 base pairs. So option number C is the right answer. Next, excess ATP inhibits respiration by inhibiting one of the following enzyme. So it is phosphofructokinase. Next, enzymes are sensitive to, so they are more sensitive to heat. Option number C is the right answer. Enzyme involved in hydrolysis of starch to maltose is, so it is amylase. Option number B is the right answer. Most abundant enzyme is, so we know that this is Ribisco. Option number B is the right answer. Holoenzyme is, so it is a complete enzyme. So option number C is the right answer. Energy released from enzyme substrate interaction, सो उसको हम क्या बोलते हैं जब एंजाइम सबस्ट्रेट इंटरेक्ट करते हैं, इट इज कॉल्ड बाइंडिंग एनर्जी. ऑप्शन नंबर बी इज द राइट आंसर. नेक्स्ट, induced fit theory of enzyme action was proposed by Koshland. Option number is the right answer. There are two theories. First was lock and key hypothesis, which was given by Fisher, whereas second is induced fit theory of enzyme action, that was given by Koshland. Option number is the right answer. Which one is a disaccharide? So glucose is monosaccharide, cellulose it is polysaccharide, ribose is again monosaccharide, maltose it is a disaccharide. So option number C is the right answer.